Hello guys! So today we're gonna do the security system. Okay, just a small reminder. If you remember from the first class of this unit, we said there were several processes involved in the enterotrophic nutrition: digestion, respiration, transport, metabolism, and digestion. Right, so the other day, the second class I explained the digestion. The next class I explained the respiration and part of the metabolism. Okay, there's that cellular respiration. Okay, and today we're going to go with the transport. The transport that is going to be done by the security system. Okay, right. So first thing, a security system. What does it do? It's going to transport gases and nutrients around the body. Okay, so if I obtain the nutrients in our intestines and I've got to take them to my brain, it's going to be done by the security system. The oxygen I obtain in my lungs, the same. It's going to be transported up to my toe fingers by the security system, and all the waste products are going to be transported as well through this system. Alright, what elements does a security system have? Very simple. It always needs a security liquid, something that goes through it. Okay? As well, it's going to need blood vessels so that that liquid can be transported. And it needs something to propel all that liquid. It's going to be a heart or several hearts. Okay? So, we're going to study one by one. First, the security liquid. Okay, this liquid is the one in charge of transporting the oxygen and the nutrients to all the cells of the body. It also carries the waste products like carbon dioxide or the nitrogen that's produced in the cells. In the case of the annelids and vertebrates, the liquid is called blood. Okay, it's called blood and it's red because we are going to use hemoglobin to transport the oxygen, which is red. Okay. In the case of mollusks and arthropods, in general, it's a liquid that is going to be more or less transparent, and it's called hemolymph. Okay. And in the case of the echinoderms, they have a special tube feet that are connected to the security system. That's called a water system. Okay, and the liquid is going to be called hydrolymph because it's basically water. Okay, right. The blood vessels, well, in general we're going to study three: arteries, veins and capillaries. The difference between the blood vessels, okay, is not the liquid that transports but the direction. Okay, when it transports the blood that leaves the heart is what we call arteries. Okay, arteries can go from the heart to the organs or from the heart to the lungs. Okay, carrying two types of blood, different bloods. The veins are going to transport the blood from the organs and from the lungs to the heart. Okay, and in between those we're going to have the capillaries. The capillaries are going to be very, very, very thin. Okay, sometimes they're so thin that only one cell can go through. Okay, and they're going to be in charge of the exchange of nutrients. Okay, so from an artery or from a vein, that nothing goes in or out. Anything that has to go in or out has to do it through the capillaries. Okay, which are going to have very, very thin walls. And then the hearts. Okay, now the heart is just a muscle that's going to propel the blood through the veins and the arteries. Okay, so it's going to get the blood from the veins. Okay, and it's going to propel the blood through the arteries. Okay, here would be one and the other one would be here behind this. Okay, right. Now a human heart, okay, as in most of the vertebrates, has 1, 2, 3 and 4 cavities. Okay, the same happens in birds, but for example in amphibians they have 1, 2 and 3, only 3 cavities. Okay, 2 atriums and 1 ventricle. We have 2 ventricles. In the case of the fish, even more simple, they have 1 atrium and 1 ventricle. Okay, it's even more simple. And in the case, for example, of the arthropods, it's basically just a tube. Okay, Not only that, but the amount of hearts that an animal can have can be different. For example, in some mollusks, they're going to have a main heart, but then they're going to have two accessory hearts that are going to communicate with the gills. So, for example, a squid has up to 3 hearts. Okay, that doesn't mean you've got to kill it 3 times. Okay, right. And the last thing we're going to do today is about the types of security system. We've got 2 types, open and closed. Alright? Right, open security system, very simple. The liquid goes into the heart propels the liquid through the arteries, and the arteries let the blood go out. Okay, and it goes and it surrounds the organs. Okay, so the blood is not, in this case hemolymph, is not always inside the security system. Okay, it goes out and then back in. The closed one is the one we have. Okay, the blood never leaves the security system. Okay, it's always inside an artery, the capillaries, a vein, or the heart, but it never leaves it. Okay, the change of nutrients is always going to be through the capillaries, okay, but not the blood. The blood doesn't leave the capillary. Okay, whenever it leaves the capillary, it means it's broken, and that means that we are bleeding. Okay, so here we would have these 2 types. All right, the open security system is typical from arthropods, mollusks. Okay, not cephalopods, not the octopus, but yes, the gastropods and the mollusks. Okay, and the closed security system is typical from annelids, some mollusks like the cephalopods, and the vertebrates. Alright, right, hope you enjoyed the class. We just have the excretory system to finish, alright, but that will be next week. See you soon, guys.